And I think we're live. Hello everyone, welcome back. How the devil are you? And sorry, I'm late. Everything got a little bit carried away. It got to like 2 minutes to the live stream start and the camera wasn't even plugged in. I still had Voron parts all over the desk. The printer was in the other room. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff. So it took me an extra bit of time, so sorry about that. But we're all here. Hello, Lars, Rushmere, Aaron, and Lee. Smith Workshop and Derek. Hello, 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 hello. I have to mention this video is technically sponsored by Creality because they gave me the printer and they gave me some filament, like 3 reels of filament. They're not paid me to do anything or say anything or make it positive or anything like that. They just give me a printer. So here it is, technically sponsored video. So the plan for today, as we've done with some other printers recently, we're going to take all the screws out and see what happens. Yes, this is the Creality K1C. So the C stands for carbon. They actually sent, I think it's this one, some PLA carbon fiber, which is like partly open. I don't know why they send like open spools. It's very confusing. The ASA I had was like completely opened like this. I was like, don't know. Anyway, there's some PLA CF. I'm not sure it's going to contribute significantly to the PLA, but it should be very rigid. And it should look really nice once printed. We're probably not going to be printing today, I'll be honest. We've got until around 6 o'clock-ish. So just over 2 hours. And I don't know how far we're going to get, quite honestly. Hello, 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 and hello. I suppose we should start. My address is sort of partially on the box, so I've got to try and obscure that as we go. This is the downside of doing unboxings. First world problems, right? So. I have partly opened it already, just because I wanted to check the whole thing wasn't totally damaged. But everything you see should be largely the unboxing experience, which you will also see. They have some instructions on here. Obviously, Bamboo have like a little how to unbox it, so for obvious reasons, Creality have copied them sort of a bit. But at least it's effort, like Creality doing effort, even if it's a bit of copying, I kind of like to see. If only they'd done it originally. More originality is also good, of course. So we've got the lid, same as before. I think we kind of need to take this out vertically, so let me chuck it off the desk. And I know you can't see moi. Right. You can kind of see me a bit. Hopefully we can just sort of hold the bag and pull. Oh, that's a light. So in terms of what's new, I'll be really honest, I'm not really sure. They said it can do like 300C on the hot end, and then they're like, oh, it's an all-metal extruder. It's like, since when does anyone want an all-metal extruder? Like, all the important parts were metal before, so a bit confused. It's got a little carbon filtery thing. Activated charcoal, presumably. That was just like laying in the bottom of the box. Oh, So hopefully this is like a reusable cartridge and they'll sell them. You know what? Not that bad. It could have maybe more carbony bits in it. Is this 3D printed? No, I didn't think so. Not sure. At least it's a first consideration. I thought the K1 did 300C as well. Maybe it was like 280 or something. So I'm not sure quite. We'll take a look inside and see if we notice more there. It's well, from my perspective, it seems unusual for Creality not to like shout about every tiny little thing that's new. But the main thing I've really only seen is it's a bit hotter. So, I mean, this was not mentioned, I don't think, anywhere. And I'm pretty sure my previous one didn't come with one. So, probably want to mention that in your marketing. We've got a lid. Again, it says when printing low temperature like PLA, remove the lid. Cool. We'll put that on in a minute. If I remind you, I'll even put it on because we're going to be disassembly today. Some instructions and the printer. One thing I want to see about the door is if they've improved the hinge at all. I'm sure most of you watching will have seen Uncle Jesse kind of lean the printer forward like this. The door swings open and breaks into a million pieces. So if that's improved, that'll be nice to see. My internal packaging didn't seem to arrive particularly well. This is about as far as I got, and I noticed everything was just sort of in a pile in the bottom. I don't know if that's because mine was unboxed in the UK as a pre-whatever check before it was delivered to me. I don't really know. The fuck is that? Is there anything new here? Ooh, some more filament. Again, it's open. Why? I don't get it. Just why? I don't know. I don't know at all. I can't think of any good reason why you would deliberately puncture all of the filament before giving it to someone to use. That's the screen. That looks the same to me. This is the spool holder, and the feet are pre-installed, or they're slightly different because they used to fit in this part of the packaging. Comes the unboxing. I don't think it's customs check. I mean, it might be. Normally you can tell from the box if it's been opened. I'm pretty sure they normally... The tape on the box looks like original tape. It doesn't just look like it was re-taped, reboxed in the UK. How revolutions with the screwdriver is needed to tear down the camera? How many revolutions with the screwdriver? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you to count. I'll do the screwing, you do the counting. We'll have a look at the feet in a minute. Just want to check if there's anything here different. This was included before. Cutters, probably useless. Ugh. It's a little bit greasy, that spanner, for some reason. I guess it's mild steel and they don't want it to go rusty in the packaging. Good afternoon, Ella. Good afternoon, Just G. There's some... I don't know what this is for. This looks like some rubbery sticky tape, so it may be something related to the door. That may be something that they added into K1 packages, and they've just put the same accessories from K1 into K1C. Have a quick look at the instructions. I feel like there would be an extra bit of instructions for that extra bit of tape if it was a thing. After sales service, quick installation guide, unbox this, put the handle on, put the carbon filter in, put the screen on. Oh! For a different user experience in loading resin, you can use a supplied G-code file to print the material barrel holder and then install it on the side of the machine as shown. Okay. So there's a side spool holder. Here we go. Top buffer strip. I think it's for something to do with the drag chain. We're not going to really do the setup today, but this goes this way, and it goes along this edge. So it would be that edge, that edge. So this edge, I guess from that colliding up against here. Maybe it's a noise thing. Don't know. The stream says excellent connection for me, so I think it might be yours. What other similar printers you have to compare the print quality? I see the Voron Trident there. No, this is a VisiBot, which I've not printed on much, but hopefully we'll get more chance to do very soon. I did have my old Voron 2.4 sitting here, but that one is now mostly packed away. I have Bamboo X1 Carbon over there. I have Darwin Evo, that's going to be shipped off soon. I have a Prusa Mark III. I have a A1, a Bamboo Lab A1, A1 Mini, a Voron V0, and a Voron 2.4, and a Prusa Mini and a Rat Rig. Fuck, I've forgotten the name of the little one. Minion. The Rat Rig V Minion. That was a slight detour. So yes, that goes on here. I think we'll do that another time, because that's assembly and not disassembly. Door away. Instructions away. Must focus disassembly. Well, in terms of print quality, I don't think it's going to be very different to the previous machine. As far as I know, all those critical important bits for print quality are basically the same. I'll do my best to check them out today, but not necessarily easy. Right, let's start tearing off film, tape stuff. Oh, didn't really want to, oh well. So we've got some rubber corners on the door. I don't know if that's a... Oh, yes. I think it's better. I think it's a bit better. Probably not perfect, but it's better. I think the other one, the last one, was very loose. This is a little bit stiffer. They could probably go stiffer again. I don't think those are meant to stay there. Those are just for shipping. I'll keep the shipping stuff down here. Shipping, packaging, foam stuff. packaging, foam, stuff, power cable, door handle. Packaging foam, packaging foam. The bed is different. At least it looks a bit different. Oh, the structure looks different, doesn't it? I think it's a bit different. There's a piece of filament there. Right. So, I noticed there's a camera in this one. The K1 didn't come with a camera. The K1 Max, I believe, had a camera. I did an upgrade in my K1 with for a camera. Oh, they've done a little. This is a little kind of copy of the Bamboo Lab rubber nozzle wipey thing. You can't see that well. You see the little rubber pad? I think it's just stuck onto the surface. So hopefully that's some pretty good glue. Don't know if that's a... Strange. Please apply glue before print. For PLA, A plate. What about for ABS, ASA? We should check the unboxing instructions because I'm not sure what is screwed down here. Good afternoon, West. Ba, 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 ba. Top cover, power, filament. Yeah, there's 3 screws. There may be a small amount of graphite powder on the X-axis optic axis after high-speed printing for a long time, which is normal. Users can wipe the optical axis with dust-free cloth so as to avoid affecting the quality of subsequent printing. I'm not sure quite what that means, but sure. Right, can we find these screws? One thing I wish they would have is the ability to install the door the other way around. It's not ideal for my live stream where the door only opens. Oh, I think that's the wrong screw. That is the wrong screw. Oopsie daisy. There's even a big yellow arrow and I still missed it. I'm not sure exactly how much of this is different because I've not used the normal K1 in a while. The bed, I'm sure, is quite a bit different. Again, looks very similar to the Bamboo Lab. Can't imagine why. We need to install the door handle, probably. Way more parts for a door handle than I was expecting. So, oh, I forgot to look at the feet. Let's just check the feet quickly. Yeah, they're different feet completely. Bigger, softer feet. So, looks like this goes on here. This goes on here. This goes on here. And this goes on the outside. I presume there's a magnet which this little metal plate is going to secure to nicely. Yes. And then screen. Remember to check your voltage. Make sure you're set to the right one for wherever you live. Nope, that's not quite installed. That is. Right. I'm going to turn on, power on, just to make sure it loads up and works, and then we can the screws that are here for alignment are not quite sticking up enough. Power cable. The power switch was already in the on position. Yes. WET. What the fuck is WET? Western European time. How bizarre. Never heard that before in my life. Fine. I really... Right, we've got 10 minutes to wait. More assembly than I normally like doing. I suppose with the other ones, I'd already done the unboxing and stuff beforehand, hadn't I? Is chat still working for everyone? It says for me it's disconnected. Okay, good. I think it just this is what I wanted to get out. This is a very annoying noise it's making. It's quite loud. Can you hear it? Like, oh, it's very noisy. I don't understand why it's so noisy. Oh, probably shouldn't do that during residence testing. I didn't know it had started that. Oops. Okay, I think we're going to just stop now anyway. And we're going to do some disassembly, which is what we're all here for. So, let's get the bed out. Try not to get that too greasy. Take the screen off. Where do we start? Shall we take the door off? Because it's in my way a lot, for sure. Try and keep all the parts stored carefully. This rubber was not here before. Is this... This might be how they're doing the damping. Okay, sure. No, I think these hinges are different. These hinges are stiffer. Oh, the stiffness I think is in the top one. Okay, looks like that's not going to come off. Let's get some of these panels off, because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere, I don't think. See if I can save my fingers a bit with a lecky screwdriver. Hello everyone, hello, hello, hello. Whoa, I'm losing screws everywhere. Not watching what I'm doing. probably won't have time to do reassembly today is my guess. Because, as I said, I've got till about 6 o'clock. Let's try not to have a stream where we just bash Nathan for stuff we're not sure about. Hey, that seems a little unfair. Oh yes, we have the big fan in here, so it looks like that's going to be pretty much the same as before. I think the bed, they might have just added that big plate on the front because it's basically looks the same as a bamboo. Oh dear. It's like, I try not to mention, like if I do a printer about Creality, a video about a Creality printer, I try not to mention other printers like constantly because, you know, it's a Creality video. They're not paying or anything, but I mean, when you're making stuff that's very similar to what somebody else is making, you can only assume that it might not have been entirely your own innovation. What the f... This is not a new printer. There's a whole load of, like, dust schmoo on the cables. Okay. Can't get this bloody cable out. Here we go. Yeah, this is not new. You can see where it's been like wiped and handled, and the fan looks newish though. It's this very weird combination. Whatever our conclusions today, one thing I'm sure of is that this printer is not brand new. I don't know how long it's been used for, but there's it's been cleaned afterwards. God, it's been really used. Holy shit. There's like loads of absolutely fucked grease coming out of the... Oh my god, this printer looks like it's had 1,000 hours already. Okay, 1,000 is probably an exaggeration, but it looks like a lot more than just a couple of test prints. It's difficult for me to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but maybe you can see. I think you can kind of see from that angle. You see by the rod up here, that kind of black smear? That's just grease. Dirty, yucky grease. Yes, it was free. I didn't buy this. I mean, there's lots of... I mean, you can see in the bearings here as well. You're never going to be able to see that on camera. Can you see that? Probably not. Like there's wear and stuff all on the bearings. Yeah, this plate on the front is definitely just kind of a facade. If we, I think. No, it looks like a K1. It's literally just a tag on the front that looks the same as the bamboo. Okay. There must be some new stuff here. I mean the hot end and extruder. Let's have a look. Why is that not sitting flat? Oh, there's the filament sensor on the back. Let's have a look in here. Oh, that's not a good start. The screws holding the base in are already damaged. Did you tell Creality what you were going to do? Oh, no, never. I don't tell anyone what I'm going to do. If they want to know what I'm going to do, they could ask, and then I go, I don't really know yet. I didn't even know I was going to do this until yesterday afternoon. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. What on earth? It's absolutely revolting. So dirty. Oh god, I don't know how long this printer's been running in a factory, but it's not recent. I think... No. I wonder if this is literally just a K1 that they've taken off their factory floor that's done printing for 1,000 hours. They've done the mods to make it a K1C and then sent it to me. Like, it's so dirty. It's... As much as I appreciate being sent a review unit, I don't think asking for one that's not covered in shit is too much to ask, really. This looks very similar. It's absolutely filthy. I mean, this... Oh my god, it's so old. What the fuck? So you got... This is incredibly highly tensioned. Having a little bit less tension might actually reduce the wear a bit. I'm just trying to spot things that are new, to be honest, and I'm just not really finding anything, which is why I'm not really saying very much. I'm just going to move the camera a bit. Look away if you're motion sick. You'll get motion sickness. It's kind of meaningless letters. I mean, it stands for... I mean, they say it stands for carbon. It's just a model number, really. It's because it's got a harder nozzle, so it can print carbon fiber filaments. The bed all looks basically the same. Power supply looks the same. Control board looks the same. There's no LAN port. I think that would be here if it was. I was just thinking if there was a revision or version number on the manufacture date or something on this board. This is T9 there. And then this is CR4 see, U22081212 or 12S12. Not seeing anything that really resembles model number, but it's not. There's no way it's new. I feel like I've been duped a bit. Oh, oh yeah, I've taken the feet off. It's noisy now. Let's take this back panel off. Hello. I'm not doing too badly, thank you. See if I contaminated. See if I can't be asked to clean it before we send it to you. I mean, it looks like they've tried to clean it. Out the box, like initially it looked clean, and you can tell that's how they determined that it was clean enough to send. But they maybe should have considered who they were sending it to and what videos I've done recently. As much as I'm moaning a little bit about first world problems, I think the K1 as a printer in general still is one of the top printers at the moment in terms of value for money, especially. Obviously, Bamboo doing pretty hot. I mean, we're talking regardless of any open source and intellectual property disputes, blah, 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 which you might not like. Why is my phone making noises? That should be muted. That's confusing. Sorry. Why is it making noises? There we go. Better value than the A1. I mean, it is enclosed, this one. The A1 isn't. A1's pretty good value, but you can't do the enclosed type filaments. Can you just pull this back panel off? No. Ow! Ah. Stick my hand on the lead screen. Right, I think we're going to have to do quite a lot of digging on this printer to find interesting things that we don't expect. Part of Creality's, I think, efficiency with material use, I guess is one way to put it, is that you don't necessarily see, or you can see all the stuff from the outside, whereas the Bamboo does need that kind of tear down process to start seeing those things. I do not know what I must do to remove these things. I don't know what is mounted to what, to be honest. Oops. Just getting grease on my fingers constantly. That's over there, that's the base. So that's the back panel. Ah, this is part of this. We're going to have to take this off. Yep. That filament sensor on the back is doing my head in. Can we remove that? So they've changed that, because I don't think that was like that before. That just went into there, but they've added a slightly different connector. That's your filament sensor. Not very easy to get into. So this is just a cable cover by the looks of it. So that should, I think, come off. You can start to see the amount of dirt. Again, it's difficult because you're on the camera. It doesn't come across as well. Just wiring that goes up there. Wiring. I think we're going to have to unscrew the bed. Let's get the bed out. I'm going to have to take the camera out here, I think, as well. Back to the bed screws. I've ordered parts for an ERCF actually. That kit, I think it was, I don't know, some random company on AliExpress creating a kit for like 8 filaments, so I've gone for that. As you say, might be ambitious, but we'll see. Never built one, so kind of just thought I'd give it a go. So that's the bed. Quite easy to remove. Now just got to work out how to unplug it. It's absolutely revolting. It's going to get annoying. I do apologise. I'm just going to keep whinging about how grubby it is. So 3 connectors for the bed. Well, these are kind of 2. You've got the power, you've got the temperature, and then you've got the kind of bed sensor, which is the bed leveling sensor. Has anyone done a teardown of this printer? Didn't I do one of the K1? I don't remember. So, aluminium PCB type bed with magnet on top. And you've got your 4 load cell sensors and the actual like electronics for that. And then they've got this weird surface on top, which again is there, I think, because it looks like the bamboo. Any interesting stuff going on with your designs? And there's VLMP Pro on the shop. There's... I can't say too much about stuff that's not quite done. VLMP Pro, yeah, that's coming. That's being manufactured. The design's final, obviously, while stuff's still being made, I'm tweaking tiny little things, but by and large, it's final. I can tell you one thing. I'm having another go at this, which I tried once before, and I messed up the electronic design a little bit. This is called Micro PWM. I made a video about the earlier version. It's basically a hardware PWM control for 24 volts. So it would work with like fans, lights, that sort of thing. You just plug in the power on one side, the output on the other side. This is an on and off switch. And then this changes like your brightness, basically your PWM value. It's not a die-cast bed, it's just an aluminium sheet with traces, so basically a thick aluminium PCB. Looks like 280 watt power, loads of dust and dirt. This pad in the middle, which is presumably for a bit of insulation. And then you've got 2 screws at the back to help you align the bed, although they didn't seem to work very well when I tried it earlier. And then this piece, this is sheet metal steel. This is your HX711 chips. So there's 4 of those, 1 for each of these load cell sensors. A bit of sensory magic to work out when they're triggered and not triggered. Hopefully yours will come with less dirt than mine does. So your temperature sensor is just stuck under here. Let's try and work out exactly where it is. The bump seems to stop about there. You can't really see that, can you? Yeah, you can run your finger over it, you feel where the wire goes. And it stops somewhere about there. So good that it's not right in the middle. I don't like it being right in the middle. Just off one side is nice. Yeah, nothing really else particularly exceptional here. It's either the same as before or just kind of visual improvement, or change even, not necessarily improvement. At least it's fairly easy to disassemble, should you need to. There's no leveling screws. This is really nice. I don't think there was on the K1 either, but there's no leveling screws. You don't need mesh leveling and leveling screws. So that's the bed. Let's have another go at this back panel. Whoa, hello. Okay, let's got some more cable covers here. These are like single purpose cable covers. They're basically impossible to pull on and off. They go on and then don't ever come off. Mr. Screw? Don't think so. I really want to be able to take these off. I might just have to like grab them with some grabby things. Well, that's fucked it, hasn't it? Oh, you can't see. Oh, no. How do you take these blasted panels off? Does anyone know any good leveraging tools? Because the only ones I have are these iFixit ones, and they're a little bit bendy. What is a K1C? It's a K1, but with a C on the end. So I don't know how... It's a 3D printer. It's like a Creality K1, but they upgraded it to be the K1C. But I'm not sure... I can't get this bloody cover. I think they're like freaking glued on. Either that I'm just severely abusing them. They seem to have glue in these places. Well, this one's definitely broken, but well, this one's not going to have any resale value, is it? It's so broken. These are awful. They're just freaking glued them on. This is just awful. Don't ever. Oh my God. No, not acceptable. It should be able to 3D print some covers pretty easy to replace those, but so let me show you close up what I was just doing. You can kind of see in here where the wires are, there's like a channel, and these like plastic cover things go over them, but as you pull them off, they all snap and break because they've glued them into place in certain locations. I don't know what glue it is, but it's blooming strong, and it shouldn't be there at all, in my opinion. Right. So I can now slip these cables past this. It's not even hot glue, it's worse than that. It's stronger than super glue, I think, or it is super glue. It's something more like that. I hate these connectors as well. Why are they so strong? Oh, they do have a... Idiot. They have a little latch. There's me complain all the time that they use glue, and this one they've used a latch and I didn't use it. My bad. So I've got this thing here. I think we're basically just going to need to unplug all of these things. We're going full teardown now, aren't we? Mega glue, ultra glue, superior glue. The one glue to rule them all. The one ring to bind them. Oh dear. Okay, that's all the gubbins that goes up here. And we've got that wire there. Let's just take everything out because I can. That's there, that's there, that's there. That's that wire for that out the back. That's the little probe. That's that connector which we forced apart. Let's move this out of the way. And then that's the wire for the hot end assembly. So this is the only wires for the hot end. Basically a chunky USB cable. Wow, okay. So that's the wiring. That can go over there. Oh, and that's the back panel. Cool. It's like off, but not. Oh, it's. I haven't done the belt. I started it and then didn't finish. There we go. That should then take the back panel off. Ta-da! Z-axis. So this is all one huge injection molded piece. Absolutely chungus. So that's your whole Z-axis assembly all on one thing. Covered in dirt. Because it's been used for 1,000 hours. For clarity, I don't know it's 1,000 hours, but it looks like it's been used a lot because dirt is in all the deepest crevices everywhere. So yeah, the Z drive is basically just a motor with a big pulley, and then this secondary pulley drives the other two lead screws as well. So there's no 3 independent motors, just the one, and that one is in the heater chamber. So not ideal, it is what it is. And this is the printer we have left. Hello, Matt. Stupid spool holder in the back, why? There is a 3D printed one that you can put on the side, so I guess kind of improvement there. How hot does the chamber get? What did I get to on the K1? Can't remember. Ooh, that was not a good sound. Oh, that's the screw for this doobly. Let's get that back in there before we lose it. In fact, let's just disassemble it, because that's what we're doing. I think mine got to like 40 something, 45. It's like, it's hot enough for doing ABS. As long as it doesn't jam your hot end. That's more likely with PLA anyway. So this is the belt. It's a single loop belt. Do not crimp, it says. Don't think it's a Gates belt though. I'm not seeing Gates branding. It's an MS, whatever that is. It's a different branding belt, of which I have not before seen. And then it comes with a big whopping spring and this kind of belt assembly mess. What should we take out next? My hands are so dirty. Sorry, I'm complaining. I can't stop myself from moaning about how dirty it is. So this is the ribbon cable for the display. It's dirty. Who'd have thought? Hopefully I've caught most of this on camera so I can use that as assistance for putting stuff back together afterwards if I need it. This is your power cable. The ferrules are nice though. I think they were on the last one. They're not soldered, they're just properly crimped and they go in, screwed down. Lovely jubbly. Some decent cable management in the bottom. How long have we taken? 1 hour and 8 minutes. That's not bad. Do you have a pressure washer? I actually don't have a pressure washer. If I had a garage, I'd probably have a pressure washer, but I don't have a garage, so the only place I have to store things is like the corner of the living room, which is not exactly ideal for a pressure washer. Before we take that out, let's just make sure all the cables are removed. Wi-Fi antenna. So we have got Wi-Fi, but no Ethernet. Ethernet would be probably, I mean, they put it in here, run it out to a connector at the back. I mean, I'm sure they could add it, they just don't want to, I think. Too expensive. I was going to check the clipper installation as well. Any manufacturing date on here? I mean, the board does say K1C in their defense. So maybe just this was like early production unit. So before like announcing it and making sure everything's ready, they put like the first production batch into testing and they just run them and run them and run them and run them. So this is probably one of those. So it is a K1C. Maybe just because it's got a sticker on it. But has been used quite a lot. I've got another 2 USB looking cables here. One goes down here. Oh, that's literally a USB port for the front. And this one, where the dickens is that one going? That one's just getting lost. It's nice and lightweight now. Oh, it goes up here. Oh, that's for the camera. So basically just a USB camera. There's some gluey schmooey here to keep this cable in place. I don't know why they've not just used a zip tie like everywhere else. This is just a USB panel. Earths though, which is good. Although I don't know why it's earthed to the USB device and not directly to the power supply. Oh, it is over here as well. That's okay. No worries. It's a little earth cable. So this is just a basic USB adapter thing for the front panel. Nothing special. Wi-Fi antenna is down the front here. You can see where that cable, the grey cable's going. Oh my god, my hands are so dirty. Let's take this power connector off. We can take that out. Oh, we need to go and do the hot end and extruder, don't we, really? This is going to be more effort than it's worth, I think. I think we might just leave that. Screw it. Deal with that another time. Right. Which drivers in SoC? Drivers I don't know by looking at it because it's covered by a big whopping heatsink which is glued on. The SoC? Would it be the Ingenix X2000E? That looks like a bit that's kind of isolated from the rest of the board. What I'll try and remember to do is take a high-res picture of this. If someone can remind me at the end of the stream, that would be amazing. Really, I'm going to go wash my hands. I won't be more than like 2 minutes. It's just really, really gross. Huh. Right, slightly cleaner hands now. Just so I can go get them dirty again. But never mind. If I remember how to take this out, should be quite easy. Is it made of carbon? Doesn't the K1 has a camera? This K1C has a camera. Well, yeah, C could just stand for camera, because this one has a camera and the original one does not. You could fit a camera in the original one, but it was an extra. All the bracket and stuff is there. You just plug it in. They obviously decided last minute, oh, no, we're not going to give you that. That's going to be for the K1 Max only. But now you can put it on this one. In fact, it comes with this one, is what I mean. I think this now comes off. Oh, in a surprise to literally nobody. It's, oh my God. Yes, that's the absolutely disgusting mess of grease. That's greased lightning. Do 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 do. This is the dark coloured yucky shmoo I was talking about. You can see that. Just like dribbling down off the edge. It's either been in a very dirty place for a short amount of time, or a very, oh my God. I can't stop bitching about it. Oh, help me. Every 2 seconds I'm just complaining. C stands for the carbon dust. Something I can't believe no one craps on is how awful the Creality phone app is. Oh, I would... No, I just don't. Oh yeah, didn't somebody make a... Yeah, I remember seeing it. It just looks like it's all adverts or something. Even if it isn't adverts, it's just really yuck design. Spammy colours and shite all over the place. I can't remember what's next. Oh yes, some screws. Have they improved this? This looks like it's all just still jammed in. Is this bracket slightly better? Yeah, this is a little bit better actually. It's better than the last one. The last one was just like jammed against it and didn't actually fit. This one at least kind of fits. I kind of want to take a photo of this. Just because it's so incredibly dirty. Even if I've wiped a bit off already. Does this feel kind of insulting when somebody gives you like an old dirty product? Tell me if I'm being unreasonable. Am I being unreasonable? Oh, fuck. I'm going to take more photos. I mean, yeah, I'd be really miffed if I'd paid for it. They gave me this printer. But I mean, the rod's just... let's get this hot end out. What the hell? These are stiff. That's red Loctite. I do not understand what is going on with this. Like, what the hell is this printer? Nope. Is it just... Oh no. How do I get it out? More screws. Oh, I don't want to touch it. It's so grubby. The Voron that I pulled apart today, which I've had for like 2 years. Obviously, I've not printed on it constantly, but that was cleaner than this. These blooming glue. Fucking shit. Okay. This disgusting 1,000-year-old mess is the new hot end. Oh my god. Like, have they just sent this to me by accident? I don't get it. Why would you send this file? I mean, that nozzle is... Like, what the hell even is it? It doesn't look... It looks like it was once chrome plated. And now it's... dead. It's a long old nozzle. Holy balls. What the fuck? It just keeps going. Ah, I see. So we made a revo nozzle, but we copied Prusa. Has anybody else seen this before? It might not violate the patent, but I'll probably ask E3D about it because yeah, I just will. I mean, it looks quite cool, but it's... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It is a longer nozzle. I think it's longer than volcano length even. That explains why it was quite easy to remove, I think. No, it doesn't. Oh. That's some awful noise. I don't know what is going on. Oh, so this core goes all the way up to the top. It doesn't come out. I'm a bit confused as to how it's made. Try and get you a close look. So obviously this goes down there. That goes all the way in there. And then these are the screws that hold it to the body, and they got some sort of buffer material. What I don't understand is how these three pieces are joined together. That's the thermistor, that's just gripped in the end. It's a thread. It's a weird, like, left-handed thread. Presumably so it doesn't come loose as you install the nozzle. So that's your kind of thermal core with a ceramic heater over the top. That thread's on the top of that, which holds that lot into there. And then the nozzle goes through this way. And that's that. So there we go. That is the nozzly bit. Don't think anyone's going to be disassembling it that much. Yes. Not sure that's not going to go down well, is it? You got this tool head board, and that's going off to the motor. Flipping glue, man. Flipping glue, flipping dirt, flipping yuck. Where's me blooming extruder? Is this not the bullhead one? No, where's my bullhead 2.5? 3, 2, 2.5. Sorry. It's just at that angle which you can't see, but it won't be long. I'm just going to remove the motor and we'll do it on the desk. Right. There's not very much printer left there at all now. Let's have a little look at this. So hopefully you can see just how dirty it is. This one has a TMC 2209. I suspect they all are. I mean, I want to get this off of here, but this glue is just so offensive. You have to really go at it. So there we go, get it out. So this is an all-metal extruder, according to the website. That's plastic. I think they mean all-metal hot end. But like, who in the last 6 years at least, has not had an all metal hot end like this. Got the shim. It's just a Bonchek LGX clone. LGX Lite clone. Why does that not stay in place? Weird. Don't lose the bearing. So yeah, you can see what that looks like. Kind of like an LGX Lite or LGX. I think this is what the LGX Lite looks like. This is sprung. Oh, is that this? So what does the mechanism? I think this is actually a bit different to LGX. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, that's weird. Not very exciting. I'm not sure it's that different to the last one, is it? It's certainly not all metal. Even like these gears which are doing the driving, these are plastic. So it's not an all metal extruder in any capacity. This is obviously what's going up here. That doesn't go into there. So it's obviously stopping before. It's not going all the way up into the extruder even, because it can't go any further than that. So that's the nozzle. Got this weird shim on the motor. Not sure if it's for thermal insulation or spacing or funsies. That's that. Is there any more we should tear down? Or have we gone as far as we need to go? There's not much printer left. How long have I got? 20 minutes-ish. Maybe no more close inspections. We'll just pull all the screws out and hope to God that I can put them back later. The downside here is there's quite a few different screws. I've been trying to organize them a little bit as I go, but it's not been easy. That's all that gubbins out the way. Right, let's go ham. Let's get this frame apart. That's what I want to see. I've only just realised the Bamboo Labs is the X1 carbon, isn't it? X1C. No wonder they called it the K1C. How did I not see that before? Silly Billy. Whoop. There's going to be screws behind this gubbins here. So at the moment, I'm just removing some of the soft stuff that touches the glass panel, because obviously there's screws behind it. I'm not going to get that off, am I? Not easily. I think I'll need to. Right, challenge. Oh, that wasn't much of a challenge. Spudger would definitely be better. Come on. That's just like a filler piece of acrylic. Oh, wrong driver. This should get the whole top frame off. I don't know what's going to happen to all the belts when I do this. Maybe nothing? I don't know. Oh. Nothing. Oh, look at the LED strip. Ta-da! This is the die cast, I believe, aluminium frame. It's labelled K1C. Here. We now have a very open top version of the K1. Now we should be able to remove the kinematic system from the top, hopefully. I'll leave that one in for now. I think any belt tension will make this all collapse in on itself when I take this apart. Shoot, there's one here. Whoa! Das ist XY Gantry system. So much like the Bamboo Labs, unsurprisingly, it has screws here, and it looks like these release the belt tension. Yeah, and it's set by a spring that's loaded in the back. Yeah, you can see the spring there in the middle. In the middle of the screen. In the middle of the night. Yeah, so screws are on the front here, and that's what does the tension. So there's not much holding those in. I'd say that's quite disassembled now. Are you not entertained? Where are these belts join? Let's oh, I quite like that. The belt attachment mechanism. I dropped a thing. Oh, I think it was this screw. I've got so much grease on me now as well. The way the belts slide into this, actually quite nice. I'm sure we can put all this back. If they can assemble it, I can reassemble it. That's my theory. So these are your belts. These are Gates Power Grip belts. Well worn. I mean, look at these. Focus, please. Focus! Come on. Focus. Focus, focus. Can you see the amount of wear? The big black marks on the idlers? Nice. There's literally nothing holding these in. They go in about 5mm into the end. It looks like they should have been glued in, but the glue didn't get to it or something. I don't know. Ooh, they're tubes. I didn't know that. Yep, completely open tubes. You see? I wonder, can you fit this inside this? No. Sad times. So I think if we just remove one screw and push. Oh my god, they're disgusting. This process would have been much more pleasant on a brand new printer. No. In theory, the only thing holding this bearing in is these screws. In practice, they're obviously forced in or pressed in, so they don't really come out. Oh well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, greasy yuck all over me. So that's the carriage and the cable. Six minutes to go. Hopefully we can just get the rest of this frame apart. Ta-da! I dropped a screw! No! I dropped a screw! Found it. Panic over. We can get to the last screw in the last few minutes. No, how does this one come out? Oh, it's because of this sodding tape stuff again. So that's your leads through assembly. Obviously they're using the rigidity of the frame itself, and that then becomes one kind of assembled unit. Quite efficient actually. Turns nice and smoothly, despite the fact it's obviously been used for quite a long time, as I've mentioned 100 times already. Hopefully this one should just come out. Yuck. Lovely jubbly. I don't know why that one came out and that one stayed stuck. Oh, I missed a screw. That's why. Whatever. And then this is the base. And that's some zip ties. I think that's fair to say. That is that printer torn down. Does anyone have any questions for the last 2 minutes before I say goodbye and go wash my hands again? Because they're absolutely disgusting. Oh, by the way, Darwin Evo bomb release will be next week, February. And is that? No. What? February the 4th, not 20th. February the 4th is next Friday. No. January the 2nd. February the 2nd. What? Darwin Evo. I think the 20th anniversary is next week. So the Darwin Evo bomb will be going live. Was this a used printer? I don't think it was. I mean, it was used, yes. I don't think by a customer. I think this was used in their factory to run loads of hours to make sure everything works as they hope it will before sending anything out. Unfortunately, I got the one that they've already used for a long time. How many times did I say it was dirty? Probably at least 40 or 50. I apologise sincerely for my continuous complaining about it being dirty. I actually bought a pack of, I guess, like screw top pill bottles. No, what should I call them? They come in a case of 30. Great for not losing small parts of a time. I've printed a bunch of trays. Unfortunately, some of the trays I already have used for another thing, so I didn't have as many trays as I would like, but it is what it is. What's the OD and ID of the tubes? Let me go grab some calipers. I'll be back in a second. OD 10, ID 7.6, and then these are 8mm, I think. Yep. Great to see QX hitting its stride in the market. Yes, it's been a little while. My Steve 3D printer, I might have to do a rebuild of at some point, which is a QX that I designed in 2016, I think. You might find some old videos on my channel somewhere. I think I should rebuild one at some point, because it was designed at the time to be really easy to enclose. You just smack some panels on it. So for today's design, should probably work pretty well. Might have to get one at some point. Where's your printer's gone in the background? Away. Well, I had the Voron 2.4. That's now packed away in the box. Just because it takes less space, I can put it somewhere else. And then because I need space to do things, doing things in the space I have, my space is quite limited, you see. So now I can put this on a desk where it's not going to just like rattle the entire room to pieces, and then use that a bit more. It's just space, that's all. What's your tip for the cheapest steel insulating enclosure material? The cheapest is the corrugated plastic, fluted plastic, this stuff, which I had on my 2.4. It looks and feels incredibly cheap. It's very lightweight and flimsy. You can cut it really easily, but not very well. You can normally get it cut to size though. I can't remember if I cut these myself or not. I don't think so. Or maybe I did. They don't look particularly great, but they do insulate quite well because they've got holes all the way down the sides. I think if you blocked those up, that'd be even better. You'd then have like a kind of double glazing sort of effect. And this stuff is so incredibly cheap. Like an entire sheet of like 4 foot by 8 foot or something is like £5. So yeah, and you can get them cut to size, which makes it even easier. If you want super cheap and effective, this would probably be the way to go. It just also looks cheap. It's corrugated polypropylene. It's basically just plastic with like holes down the side. See, it goes all the way through, but it has a kind of dual layer effect. Signboard, yeah, the same stuff. Oh, I slashed this out today. The only stuff that was cut for me is like the actual square, because the square edge, like that square edge, is very straight. But yeah, this stuff I've just hacked out this afternoon because this is where the filter was on the Voron, and the printed parts have gone in one place, and this is going in a different bin. So that's why I've just hacked it out quick with a knife. Right, we've made it to 2 hours, so we're not quite 6 o'clock actually. I still need to build a roller horn rook. Yeah, that's on the to-do list. I've forgotten about that. I think that's going to be it for today. I don't know if I'll bother with a rebuild stream for this printer, because I think it's near the end of its usable life already. No, it's probably not, but we'll see. If somebody local wants a printer that they can build. Oh dear. I just didn't really find anything really different. They've called it a K1C and this huge dramatic release, and it's basically identical to the last one. Every time Creality catch me out with their marketing, making it sound like they've done something different for once. It's just the freaking same. They've not really said much is different. They said they had an all-metal extruder, and it's not. They copied the Prusa hot end, which I believe is based on Revo. I think it's like an E3D Revo Prusa edition something. So they copied that. And I can't, for the life of me, really identify anything else being different. So, yeah, basically, It's just version 2. Some very minor differences, and it's basically the same machine. Oh, the feet are very slightly different. Before, the feet would push these like rubber bits would push on over other feet. Now they're just one thing. Very tiny. The door is very, very slightly different. Is very likely to still smash, probably, if you're not careful. The packaging, I think, was slightly improved. Excuse me. Right, I think I'm going to say goodbye now. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash the like and all that jazz. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out vector3d.co.uk for a bunch of 3D printing accessories and tools and calibration stuff and all sorts of amazing goodies from myself, other creators, and other designers. Subscribe. Leave a comment afterwards. Tell me what you want to see next. Don't forget, Darwin Evo coming soon. Ish. Try my best. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things to do. But hopefully, it'll be with you sooner than you know. And the bomb releases next week. So you can start buying the parts if you want to. Or we are working on a kit still. It's coming. It takes time. Got to price optimize a couple of things and stuff as well. So kits just take a little bit longer, but it should be cheaper overall to do the kit than it will be to buy. So if you're, looking to get one, you may want to be patient and get a kit. But there'll be affiliate links in the whole bomb for basically every single item. But up to you. We shall see. We'll talk about that more when we do that stream, which I think I've now committed to being next Thursday, which is very exciting. So yes, don't forget to join me for that. Thank you very much. Sorry. Oh dear. I've just instantly got tired as it gets towards 6 o'clock, which is weird considering it's still only 6 o'clock. It's time for food. Lack of food making me hungry. A little summary. It's a K1. Check out everything else on a K1. Nothing is going to be significantly different. Righto. Thanks, everyone. I shall speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.